Hey, howdy hey, and welcome back to Emily's Adventures in Horrorland. A long time ago, longer than I'd like to admit, someone asked me on my blog to cover today's film. And I mean that literally, someone did. And now that I've got previous requests out of the way, I'm going to look at Prince of Darkness. No, that's the Half-Blood Prince. That's the Prince of Egypt. Ah, that's the artist lately known as Prince. Rest in peace, dude. Prince of Darkness is another cult classic from the mind of John Carpenter, so I'm pretty excited about it. It's from his Apocalypse trilogy, which began with The Thing 5 years earlier. High expectations? Yeah, I'd say so. The first thing we see is a priest lying down to die. So sad. Abide with me, fast falls the eventide. The darkness deepens, Lord, with me abide. When other helpers fail and comforts flee, help of the helpless. So abide with me, blah blah blah, dead. We're informed that Father Carlton's copped it just before his appointment with some important cardinal. In his chest is a big silver key, and in his diary, an ominous message. John Carpenter really loves his religious guys who leave behind mysterious items portending very bad things. Donald Pleasance portrays a priest character called Father Loomis. Okay, how many times is this surname going to turn up in horror films? Think about it. It started with Sam Loomis in Psycho, then Dr. Loomis from Halloween, then this film, and then there's Billy Loomis from the Scream franchise. Are these guys all part of one singular canon? Well, that would have to make them a family, wouldn't it? And that would have to mean that they were all afflicted with some horrible familial curse, passed down from generation to generation, ensuring that bad luck follows them wherever they go in the form of psychotic serial killers and supernatural goings-on. These guys can't catch a break! Meanwhile, in a nearby university, Professor Birak is giving a lecture about theoretical physics/philosophy.
Nature is solid and time a constant. Matter has substance and time a direction.
I'm pretty sure this speech is something I heard at a christening once. Mind you, it's hard to concentrate on anything right now thanks to that background music. Just as soon as Barak's finished, he goes with Father Loomis to the basement of an abandoned church as they talk about a powerful sect called the Brotherhood of Sleep.
What is it? A secret that can no longer be kept.
What do you mean, a secret that can no longer be kept? Who let the secret out, dude? What blabbermouth did you hire to light all those candles for you? Back at the ranch, the students are told to come to the abandoned church for the purposes of an experiment. One of them, Brian, meets up with his classmate Catherine, and they have a slightly confusing conversation.
I want the clockwork back. I want to put it all into a little box, but whenever I try, it just slithers out.
They even decide to meet up for coffee.
Good morning.
Well, it's about bloody time. It's a beautiful day to stand outside without a shirt. Anyway, the students gather to scrutinise the mysterious thing in the glass cylinder, as well as to translate this ancient scary textbook, so that's a good idea, that always works out well. Outside, a group of homeless zombies gather, including Alice Cooper, who blends in rather well. And in fact, when one of the researchers goes outside, he kills him with a bicycle. That's pretty damn rock and roll in my opinion. It seems that the vat of green liquid is profoundly influencing the people around it. This girl Susan gets sprayed in the face and then starts acting all mysterious.
You missed the big history lesson.
Come play with us, Walter. The translated passage from the Bible of Evil reveals a terrifying ancient truth. It turns out that Jesus, the Son of God, and Satan, the son of the anti-god, were both of extraterrestrial ancestry. Yep, you heard the man. Aliens. Alien Jesus. Now, I'm decently familiar with the Christian version of things, and hypothetically speaking, it does kind of make sense that their heavens would have to be a tad higher than our clouds to be invisible to us. Also, according to these guys,
Every particle has an antiparticle.
So it stands to reason that our Christian God would have to have an equivalent anti-god in a parallel dimension. I think. So what does this have to do with the vat of green liquid? Well, eons ago the anti-god placed his son into that there vat so that one day he could emerge and bring him back to our world. Yes, this is a film about alien liquid Satan gobbing in people's faces to turn them into zombies so that he can bring back his even scarier dad. But the fun doesn't stop there. While this is going on, the professor falls asleep.
What were you dreaming?
Your kingdom, Father, does not include my unconscious. It's mine. I may abuse it any way I wish, without having to confess what's in it.
Yeah, get off! I wasn't dreaming about Victoria's Secret models. In fact, the professor and everyone else who's had a snooze recently has had the same dream. A tachyon transmission from the future, warning them about the anti-god rising again. I actually already knew what tachyons were thanks to Red Dwarf.
Ships of no mass or volume able to travel as superlight particles, tachyons, through wormholes and stargates.
But I'm not sure how I feel about the fact that the broadcast is coming from the future year of 1999 because it reminds me of another film.
The number of the beast is not 666. Often in dreams, numbers appear upside down and backward. So 666 becomes 999, like in 1999, the year of his return.
That there was the far inferior film End of Days, which is actually the first thing I ever reviewed, link in the description below. But back to Prince of Darkness. Does it work as a horror movie? Well, as far as John Carpenter's films go, this one is pretty damn good. He had a hard act to follow with The Thing, and I sensed that he wanted to make a more smart movie, hence the philosophisics. It also borrows the troubled priest thing from The Fog, the protagonist with amazing facial hair from The Thing, and the distinctive score from, well, most of his other films. I don't think Liquid Satan scared me that much. He did at first when we were getting an idea of his sentience and we learned that the locking mechanism on his vat could only be opened from the inside. That was pretty creepy. But his randomly turning the researchers into zombies, that didn't do much for me. What do the zombies do? Nothing really. This one just issues a vague threat and then dissolves into a pile of cockroaches. This lady types some disturbing things on her computer. Nice use of punctuation there, Liquid Satan. And when these two have a student called Walter trapped in a closet, they don't attack him. Not for ages, even when the others are breaking through the wall to get him out. I'll admit, at least one of the zombies creeped me out due to his nervous laugh. And then there's another lady who ultimately absorbs Liquid Satan into her body after being marked as a chosen one of sorts. Towards the end, the film does slow down a bit. People take their sweet time in saving Walter from the closet. Father Loomis just sort of hides behind a wooden wardrobe, and then all of a sudden everything kicks off. That is certainly a problem with taking human hosts. Yep. Too easily defeated by fizzy drinks. Liquid Satan then attempts to reach through a mirror to pull the anti-god into our realm, and at the very last instant, Catherine shoves him from behind. They go through together, and Father Loomis smashes the mirror with an axe. With an axe! First of all, that's awesome. Second of all, I love that Catherine just jumps in there without even a second's hesitation, not even to say goodbye to Brian. I guess a woman's gotta do what a woman's gotta do. But oh no, the complete tachyon transmission shows her re-emerging from the church in the year 1999. So, are they doomed after all? Did Brian just have a bad dream? I guess we'll never know. Unless they make a sequel, of course, which I know Alice Cooper wants to happen. All things considered, I like this movie. It's a hell of a lot better than End of Days, which is another one about the exploits of Satan. But more than that, it's very unusual for a horror movie of its time. It brings together some intelligent and interesting ideas, most of which I couldn't even pick up on the first viewing. The main problem I have is that there's no real attachment to the characters, as the film never focuses on any one in particular. Even the romantic couple aren't that remarkable. Even so, I'm going to give this one 8 jam sandwiches out of 10. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio!
He lives in the smallest house.